You likely have an area of life that feels gut-wrenchingly hard for you to progress in. Yet you know someone who seems to breeze through it as if it's nothing. If you're honest with yourself, you might even feel envy towards them. You may have a friend, for example, with an active social life, one that you could only ever dream of. You open their stories, and all you see is them constantly traveling with friends one moment, and then having a romantic dinner with a dreamlike partner the next, while you're struggling to land a single date. Or maybe you know someone who seems to effortlessly embody the role of a leader. They're able to assert themselves confidently and speak with absolute certainty whenever they ask for the same promotions that you're so afraid to pursue, although you know you're way more qualified for it. Some people maintain a grace as they go through life. They're able to go to work, be ambitious, work out, date, take time off for themselves, all at the same time, while you watch in awe, wondering, how do they make life look so easy when everything for you seems so hard? My name is Christos, and the answer to that question is simple, though its implications run deep. If you can grasp the concept I'm about to share with you on a very, very deep level, it will transform your life in ways you could never even imagine, as it has with mine. In the meantime, I'll be working on an illustration which is part of a series on the theme of transformation, symbolizing the figurative transformation that you're going to experience if you apply what we're about to discuss. And for my fellow artists, I'll make sure to add notes on my tools throughout today's discussion and reveal the final piece at the end of the video. So what separates someone who makes life look easy from someone who finds it hard? The answer is as simple as having clear internal alignment. Clear internal alignment means knowing exactly who you are and what you want on a deep level beyond your insecurities, fears, and the need for external validation. It's about truly connecting with yourself, understanding what you really need to be happy, and aligning your life with those truths. It also means getting clear about your boundaries, your personal standards, and what you want your life to look like. But why is this so important, and how is this going to make your life easier? The truth is that a lot of us are just following other people's plans. We've been conditioned since childhood to meet expectations, whether it's our parents, society, or even ourselves. And as long as you are living by someone else's standard, you are bound to hit friction. You cannot keep living a life that is disconnected from who you really are, because doing so is burning so much more energy than when you're doing something that you truly love. We all know this. We all have an activity that we love to do and that we can do for hours upon hours and never get tired of it, while other activities are a drag to engage in for even an hour. Imagine if you started living a life that is so aligned with what you want on a deep level, everything that you're doing is connected to your highest values, to who you really are, and gives you true meaning. Instead of living a life based on what you should be doing and every day feeling like you're climbing a mountain, you're living a life that is aligned with your deepest desires, and thus you have infinite energy and motivation to engage with it. When you live in alignment with your true self, life gets easier. You stop wasting energy, you stop resisting the work, And instead, you start channeling all of that energy towards what actually matters to you. Now let's get practical. Imagine walking down the street and seeing a beautiful girl that you want to approach. If you're not aligned internally, a million thoughts pop into your head. What if she rejects me? What if I embarrass myself in front of others? What if she has a boyfriend? You're focusing on all the reasons not to do it rather than with your internal desire to engage with her. And what happens as a result? You fumble the opportunity. You're split between wanting to approach and the fear of judgment or rejection. You're not aligned. You haven't made a clear decision on what's important to you. Is it maintaining an outside impression or getting the girl? You cannot have both. But when you are aligned, you know what you want and you trust yourself. You don't overthink. You walk up, say what you want to say, and whether you get rejected or not is irrelevant, because your actions themselves are aligned with who you are and what it is that you desire, which is enough to excite you all by itself. Internal alignment also frees up your mental energy. So many people walk around with scattered thoughts and emotions, constantly fighting themselves internally. But once you align with your truth, you simplify your life. You cut out unnecessary mental chatter. You don't have to convince yourself to act. You just do what's natural because it's coming from a place of internal peace and clarity. Now, let's talk about energy. It's limited, and where you direct it matters. When you're aligned, your energy flows freely towards the things that truly fulfill you. You'll notice that aligned people tend to have more vitality, passion, and excitement for life. That's because they are no longer wasting energy on pretending or overthinking. Your friend that is able to confidently ask for a promotion does so because he's not in his head over-analyzing the situation. He simply thinks to himself, I want a promotion, and just does it. No mental chatter, no shame, no insecurity. He's aligned. When you're internally aligned, you stop caring about outside perceptions. You ask for the promotion because it's what you want. You approach the girl because you want to, out of excitement for the possibility. You start doing things that make you happy instead of chasing external validation or waiting for someone else to make you happy. You're excited to do the work that others may find daunting or difficult because it's aligned with your highest purpose, and that by itself feeds you all the energy that you need. Every day that you're aligned feels like a blessing, and while others struggle immensely to study for that exam, to work hard for that promotion, or get their life together, you're out there effortlessly doing all of it. Because to you, it's no longer work, it's play, and you're enjoying every step of the journey. But how do we get there? How do you become internally aligned so that you can go after what you want and create that grace in your life? The process is simple, though not easy. Step 1. You have to get fed up. You need to reach a point where you're tired of losing, tired of caring what others think, tired of the self-hate. You need to see that your self-sabotage isn't serving you and is only making you more unhappy. Step 4. Self-inquiry. Sit down with a pen and paper. Not a phone, not a laptop. I truly mean a pen and paper. When you write by hand, it forces you to articulate your thoughts more clearly and engage your whole body in the process. I've had journaling sessions in the past where my whole body was hunched over the page as I was passionately writing down what was in my heart. If someone walked in on me during those sessions, I would look like I found the answers to the universe and I only had 5 minutes to write them down before I forgot them. It can get that intense. Plus, any amount of time where you're away from the distracting nature of technology is a huge plus. Anyway, I want you to write down the area of your life you want clarity in. Then ask yourself, in an ideal world where money wasn't an issue and societal expectation didn't exist, what will I want from this area of my life? Fill a page with your answer, and I want you to go deep. What do you truly want? Emotionally, mentally, physically, what do you need? And be absolutely honest with yourself. This is time for introspection, and if it means taking multiple days to contemplate this, then so be it. As long as by the end, that page is filled with your genuine, core wants and needs. Step 3. Identify your fears. Now that you know what you want, what's stopping you? Write that down too. And again, go deep. What insecurities or doubts hold you back? Are you afraid of failure? Of what people think? Of not being capable? Be brutally honest with yourself and lay it all out. Step 4. Make a decision. So now that you have a good idea of what you truly want in life and you know what's holding you back, you have to make a decision. You have to ask yourself, from this day forward, do I live in accordance to my fears, or do I choose to just go after the things that I want? You must become clear on that. Are you going to live according to what your parents expect of you, or are you going to follow your dreams? Make a clear decision. Are you more invested in not embarrassing yourself, or asking that girl out? Are you going to wear what you want, or are you going to dress modestly because you can't handle the attention? Or are you going to do something in the middle? I must emphasize, by the way, that there's no correct answer to this. All I ask of you is to be absolutely honest with yourself and just pick a path once and for all. Is this something that you truly want, or something that is important to you? Yes or no? Are you willing to sacrifice for it? Yes or no? The point of this exercise is just to make a clear decision. Make a plan for yourself and free your mind from the emotional bandwidth that you're wasting on indecision. You may decide once and for all that you're not going to ask that cute guy out in the gym because it's not really that important to you, and more of a result of the pressure that you feel from your friends to do it. But you will ask for that promotion at work because that truly is important to you. And who knows, now that you ask for that promotion, you may feel empowered to ask the boy out. The point is, you're clear, you're aligned, and now, all of a sudden, life is going to feel easy for you. You're no longer being pulled back and forth in all these different directions, and you've come to a place of true clarity. Step 5, go out there and live it. Sounds simple, right? Because it is. The only reason you may struggle with this is because there's lingering doubts and insecurities and fears. And you know what? That's totally normal. This is not an overnight change. As you go out into the world and try to live in accordance to what you decided, there will be moments when you fail. There will be moments when you're pulled back into indecision again. And you know what you're going to do in those moments. You're going to go back to step one and do the whole process all over again until you get clear. This is the way forward. And it's a process you will be engaged in for a lifetime. Because although you decided once and for all that you will not let your receding hairline come between you and your dating goals, you might have a harder time with your financial or fitness goals. Additionally, as you grow as a person, your goals will change, and what resonated with you before might not resonate with you now. So that's also something to keep in mind. But as long as you're always checking in with yourself and evaluating what's truly important to you and making a conscious decision to live by it, then life will be meaningful, fruitful, and a joy to engage with. But most importantly, it will be simple. And with that said, I reveal the final piece in its full glory.